Greetings, fellow Criterians, and welcome to the Critical Mass. My name is Sir Crit, and today we're going to be continuing our Without Within gameplay for the remainder of the choices that I didn't choose. So let's get to it. Alright, so we're at the first choice, and last time I chose stay in bed. This time I'm going to choose... No, wait, I reversed that. This time I'm going to choose stay in bed, because last time I rose and shine. I snuggled back into my blanket. The landlady could... Wow, that voice crack. The landlady could knock all she wanted, but my focus was on my calligraphy dreams. I had no time for these common folk matters. A week later. Turned out the landlady was chasing me for my rent, but by the time I realized, she already evicted me, and now I live on the streets with nothing but my calligraphies. The past few nights have been freezing cold, and I ran out of tissues to wipe my runny nose with. To make things worse, I could feel my head heating up from the upcoming fever. Might I interest you in buying one of my works? I got a 2-for-1 deal today. Bad end. What? Oh, well, yeah, I guess that would make sense. Staying in bed before I'm not seeing your landlady. Yeah, that's a good choice. Well, let's go on to the next choice. Alright. Last time we chose to persevere, now we're going to rant. Enough was enough. I sprang off the ground and kicked the fence behind me. The crowd stared as I ranted on and on about their ignorance. It felt so good to let loose. If these people knew how to spot real art, my career would have already kicked off. 2 days later, my eruption made its way to the internet. Guys, make sure to never buy anything from her. She is nuts. Ugh, who does she think she is? Spread the news, everyone. We need to make sure people like that never get anywhere. My career was doomed. If I knew one mistake would destroy everything, I would have kept my trap shut. How I wish I could have lived that day. Bad end. Yep. Called it. Alright. Last time we chose to restrain, now we're going to attack this freaking... whatever. I crunched up one of my calligraphies and rose. The man have sensed my violent intent as he backed a step and shielded his face with the bucket of chicken. I threw a punch at him before he could flee into the crowd. My fist connected with the side of his head. That marked the first time I ever hit someone. My knuckles hurt from the blow, but seeing the guy's drop jaw made it worthwhile. He probably grew up this way because nobody ever dared to punish him. A couple of pedestrians popped in and held me back from attacking the man further. I squirmed against their grips, but gave up as my anger waned. Once my breathing returned to normal, the civilians loosened their hold, and I brushed myself free. I'll remember this. The man fled for the train station, eating another piece of chicken as he did so. I hoped he choked on it. The next morning, someone knocked on my door. I checked the clock, 5 a.m. When would the landlady cut me a break? Miss Vinty, it's the police. I cupped a hand over my mouth as if keeping quiet would make the police go away. They must have heard. They must be here to ask about my assault yesterday. That guy I punched was nothing but talk. I should have let him ramble. God knew what would befall me now. I prayed I would at least be spared a jail sentence. Tears streaked down my cheeks as I buried myself in my blanket, under the blanket. This had to be nothing more than a bad dream. Bad end. Yeah, it probably wasn't a good idea to strike that dude. Oh, we'll see you guys in the next choice. Alright, I remember this. Logically, it would make sense to ignore the kid, since I'm going to be late for work if I help him, so I'm going to choose ignore. Sorry, kid. Miss Vinty had a job to go to. Convincing myself that another person would help him, I headed off to work. The next morning, The kid from yesterday appeared on the news. The reporter announced he had gone missing. Oh. Guilt seized my heart and threatened to crush it. I ended up being just as selfish as the people I had criticized. A lowlife like me had no right to dream about success. I could never return to that place without being tormented by remorse. And so, my little stint as an artist came to an end. Bad end? What? But last time I chose to help him and I was late to work anyways, so was that a good thing to be late to work? Wow, this game sure knows how to teach life lessons. This game sure knows how to teach life lessons, that's for sure. Okay, last time I chose to sleep, which again would be the more logical choice. I'm gonna choose to play. I did spend money on Sunflower War, might as well give it a go. The day left me pretty drained, so this relic of a game would do a good job putting me to sleep. I switched on my laptop and inserted the disc, which I partly hoped would fail to load from old age. Too bad it worked just fine. No doubt a lot of people were loving Princess Aria right now. Meanwhile, here I was enjoying this 640 by 480 godsend. No voice acting either. These illustrations look like they were done by a child. I would be better off closing my eyes and imagining my own artworks. The grass reached up to our knees as I read along. I painted an image of the scene in my head. The plants rustled as we waded through. We paused once every few steps, fearing there might be snakes hiding among the bushes. I'm trying to sound as poetic as I can. Alright. Somehow, we managed to survive the evening. The sun surged from beyond the horizon, outlining the earth with an orange glow. Slowly, the blue sky emerged and vanquished the darkness that had haunted us. As light bathed the soil, I found myself in a field of flowers. I had imagined this place to look far more terrifying, but anxiety had merely been playing tricks on me. I drew a deep breath to savor the morning fragrance. In the distance, birds chirped as if applauding our survival. I could see it. Not only that, but touch, hear, and smell it too. An experience crafted by my imagination. The image rivaled the strokes of any artist, and it belonged to me alone. This fulfillment inspired me to take things further. Dang it. The blast of gunfire deafened us as we dove behind the wall. A bullet whizzed past the tip of my helmet. Sam had passed this helmet on to me with her dying breath. I would carry on her legacy. The desert heat pinched sweat out from every... Dang it, I missed my... Okay, let me start over. I'm getting too excited. The desert heat pinched sweat out from my every pore. I desperately wanted to empty the water bottle down my throat, but with no help in sight, I must conserve every drop. Joe's eyes closed, this time never to reopen. Despite our promise to survive together, only I managed to live. How I wish I could take her place. I finished reading Sunflower War right as the clock turned 3 a.m. Struck 3 a.m. How so many people had missed this classic left me dumbfounded. Actually, that would be a lie, as I too had every intention of tossing this game aside. I kept the demanding excitement without offering any ounce of passion in return. If I had played my part, I might have been able to discover something so much more. I like how sometimes I tend to add my own words in this. Anyways, as Sunflower War's credits rolled, I realized just how small the development group was. The team probably knew that they stood no chance against the bigger studios, yet they still did their very best with dated technologies to deliver a vision they believed in. The happiness they felt when working on the project poured out of every line in this game. I could gaze right into their heart, the thing I had long neglected. What's going on? Mommy, Daddy, Vinty, what is it, darling? Look, it's my calligraphy. Honey, it's called a calligraphy. But that's great. I think you have a lot of talent. This is so much fun. I'm going to become a calligrapher. I don't know why I did that voice at the end. I had forgotten the last time I found joy in calligraphy. Every stroke these days felt like a grocery chore. All I obsessed over was how much, or rather how little, people paid attention to my efforts. My works no longer possess heart, and I failed to notice it. Time to do something about that. I could hardly wait to start. After all, I chose this path because I loved it. Without Within. I thought that'd be the game for a second. The next day, I ventured outside with a new set of calligraphies. Though I made no sales thus far, I still found myself beaming. That might explain why some people smiled back. Perhaps it was the weather, but I saw everyone felt warmer today. Mommy, there she is, the ice cream lady. A boy dragged his mother in my direction. It was that kid I helped out yesterday. The mother and I exchanged nods. Honey, whoa, that's the mom. Honey, the lady has the name. It's rude to call her the ice cream lady. What's her name then? Oh my, it's, sorry, what is it? It's Vinty. The mother slapped her boy in the back. See? Her name is Miss Vinty. Mommy, can we buy one of these doodles from the ice cream lady? Doodle must be another word for top-of-the-line calligraphy. No other explanation could restrain me from shaking the brain out of this what? No other explanation could restrain me from shaking the brain out of this boy. My name was nowhere inside that little brain anyway. The mother checked her wallet, and her face scrunched up the way mine often did. All too good, madame. I knew how it felt to be living on the edge of being homeless. Please, the boy nagged on. This showed why I would never have kids. The mother relented at last and bought one of my works. I guess the boy wanted to repay my kindness. I gave his hair a ruffle as thanks. After flashing his missing tooth with a grin, he pulled his mother back into the crowd. Well, at least I scored better marks than yesterday. Another man strolled towards me. Wow, I was on a roll now. With my heart on my side, my fame and fortune had arrived. Clean my shoes, peasants. Hey, it's you again, the man said. Oh, the troll from yesterday. Great. I calmed my thoughts to avoid causing a scene. Maybe the guy came to apologize. Even a creep like him must know how rude he had been. Yes, my aura had cleansed him of all evil thoughts. Go on, empty your wallet at my greatness. Wow, these new scribbles are even more worse than the ones you brought last time. Somehow, I had turned into an internet celebrity. Top comment. Damn, son, where'd you find this? Wait, I can do it better.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Damn, snap. Wow, she went full crazy. Lol. Triangle mouth at 7 seconds. Oh, now to confirm 2015. She'd be like, why you no buy? Haha. More like this might be a good thing. Wait, what? More like this might be a good time to look for that second job. Thank you for playing. I beat it? Wow. That's great, but that was a weird ending. I ended being viral on YouTube. Or whatever site that was. That was interesting. Well, I guess that will about wrap things up. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this weird little indie game, I guess it's called, drop a like. Any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down in the comment section below. But on that note, I will see you later, fellow Quitarians. Fare thee well.